Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So we're back for another day of Terraria Masochist mode. Now today's episode will actually be dedicated to making a whole bunch of very powerful upgrades. So you may have noticed in the series so far, I've not really been working towards these things called enchantments. And the truth is, I actually didn't know they existed. So I'm really grateful I had a few friendly commenters approach me about it. So that's what I'm going to do in today's episode. We're going to make these really powerful enchantments. We're going to try a couple of them. And then we're going to see if we're powerful enough to finish off some boss fights. Because that's what we need to do. We need to make powerful upgrades. And we need to kill bosses. That's the goal. So today we're going to be making the jungle enchantment. And then I think I can also make a crimson enchantment. I actually wasn't planning on making the crimson one, but something very good happened. I actually ended up getting a pretty rare item. So the bone rattle is a pet that you get from the brain of Cthulhu. I fought the brain of Cthulhu just once, and I got it. And I was pretty amazed by this, because I really did write it off. So I wrote myself a list of all of the different enchantments and how you get them. And I saw this one, I was like, yeah, no way, that's happening. So I'm going to start with jungle, and then we'll go on from there, because we have spent quite a lot of time in the jungle this season. You may remember at the very start of the series, I was having a lot of trouble in the jungle. Well, I think that's paid off big, because we should have a bunch of spores, a bunch of stingers, and that's essentially what we need. So there's the spores. Let's have a little look for the stingers. The stingers are in here. So for the jungle one, you need quite a lot. You need buggies, which are like a little critter that you get from the jungle. So I've already got that. You need the book of plant fiber, and I've already got that. And then you need a chakram, a jungle rose. So I know I have a jungle rose. There's my jungle rose. And you need a full set of jungle armor. So let's end up crafting this. 1, 2. Can't make the third piece because I don't have a whip, but don't worry about that. Let me go and grab one. Vine. I said whip before, but a vine kind of looks like a bit like a whip, right? A bit like a weaker whip. Do you use whips to make the vine? Oh my god. Confusing myself. Don't listen to me, guys. Don't listen to me. I haven't commentated in a few days and quite clearly lost it all. Right, so I believe what you do is you make these enchantments at a demon altar. So that's everything we need for the jungle one. Now let's make the crimson one. So the crimson one is very similar. You need a full set of crimson armor. So let me get that. I also went ahead and made a pickaxe, by the way, because unsurprisingly, a lot of you were pointing it out. You were like, how's he got this far and not upgraded his blooming pickaxe? Okay, so I can't make this one. I'm going to need to fight the brain of Cthulhu one more time. All right, well, we can do that. I think what I'll do then is I'll have a little rummage around at what I've got left, because I need to buy another boss summon, essentially. So I think I need one more of these, and then I'm going to need some mushrooms. I don't even have the mushrooms. But don't worry, we're going to go to a demon altar, we're going to craft the first enchantment, and then we'll do the boss, and then, you know, we'll go from there, right? So you may notice I've got a brand new effect on right now, where I'm spawning these little, these demon scythes. So this is the menacing agitated lens. I believe this is what we got from the Eye of Cthulhu. I never actually noticed what it was, and people have been pointing it out to me like, oh, it's actually really good. So here's what it does. It grants immunity to Berserk. It gives you a 10% increased damage when below half HP, which is pretty good. While dashing or running quickly, you create a trail of demon scythes. So I already think this is going to be better for Skeletron, for Queen Bee, as I'm like dashing around and such. Okay, well, let's see if we can make this enchantment. We can. Material. The wrath of the jungle dwells within. Taking damage will release a lingering spore explosion. Spore damage scales with magic damage. All herb collection is doubled. Effects of guide to plant fiber cordage. That's kind of cool, right? But it's like, what do you swap it out with? Because everything here is already so good. So I guess I might lose a little bit of jump height. I'm going to take some damage real quick, or I'm going to try. So you couldn't really see the spores because I've got darkness on right now. But let's have a little look down here. Okay, come on. Whoa. I love spores. I love them. It feels like we've just jumped back into the yo-yo playthrough again. Go on, hit me with them spores, boy. Yeah, I kind of like the spores. I don't know which one I prefer, though. I really like jump height. Jump height is like one of my favorite things in Terraria. I feel kind of lost without it. So look, oh yeah, we picked up 2 deathweed instead of just the 1. Okay, let's give this a go. It's going to be a lot easier than before, of course. Because I remember when we first did this, it was like this kind of game of baiting and coming back because we needed full health. Man, it's weird to already feel nostalgic about an episode like 2 episodes ago. But it's because I've already had 2 breaks in this series, and I very much apologize for it. So let me spawn this in. So I thought I would talk about, you know, I've been away for a couple of days, and I thought I would like chat about what I've been up to while we like absolutely demolish a boss. So you may know that I was away for the Terraria Jingle Jam as part of the Yogscast. Now I want to start this by saying, seriously, thank you so much, because it was very evident that the chat was just filled with you guys, and just in terms of like moral support, I really, really appreciate it. It was like, I don't know, it just meant a lot. Thank you guys so much for that. Hey, look at that. Man, I love a good kill after a death in Terraria. It's one of the most satisfying things. So I went back and got all of the stuff, so we should be able to crack on with our enchantments. And then after we've done this, I'll carry on telling my tale of where I've been. So we need to make, it was like 1 more piece of armor, right? Like just the leggings or something like that. Let's have a little look. I'll probably have to look this up because I just closed off the list that I used to look at these recipes, which is a little bit dumb. Should have left that one open. Okay, so let's have a little look. This is going to be fun. So yeah, we need the bone rattle. Let's slap that bad boy in. So you need a musket. Well, we definitely have one of those. And you need the meatball. Do you get the meatball from the Orby boy? Or not? Or do you craft it? Because I actually can't remember. Tell you what, we can just double check, can't we? Yeah, you just make it. Okay. Let's make it the meatball. Oh, it's going to be delish. Let's see. Was that offensive? I don't think it was. I don't think it was, boys. What was the gun called? What was the gun called? The Undertaker. Ooh, sounds like a wrestling name. Hashtag. Ooh. Hashtag the Undertaker. Boy, we got one. You always know you've got a gun if you've broken an orb, because the orbs will always give you a gun first. Which is kind of strange, isn't it? Like why in particular a gun? I feel like it should be random. Oh, but then again, you get the gun and you get the arms dealer. So that's the line of progression. Alright, Terraria, bested me this time. So as we walk back, let's continue our tale. So the chat was exploding with you guys, and we ended up raising over $30,000 for charity, like a whole bunch of charities. We got some new spoilers. We got tweeted out by Pet the Dog. PewDiePie responded, which was like massive for me, as like a big fanboy. You'll know all this if you watched the Chippy Gaming video. But then after that, my throat was so destroyed the next day. I was like, right, take a day off, relax, come back to it fresh. And then the weirdest thing happened to me. So basically, I went to go hang out with Sam, Darth Morph, if you know him from the Terraria community. Have I not got the recipe for this right? Oh, I forgot the Crimson Heart. Do I have one on me? There's a pet. Oh, I don't. Alright. Do I even have a Crimson Heart? That's a really good point. Did I just, like, put it in a chest? So yeah, I went to go hang out with Sam anyway. And I almost got in this really fatal car crash. And it's a real mad one. So I'm going to try to do my best to explain the story as I, like, look around. Okay, so I need bombs. I need bombs, and I need Orby boys. There's an Orby boy down there. And then my world actually doesn't have a lot of Crimson. So my assumption is that this might be another area for Crimson. So we'll go find out. So basically, here's the car crash story. So I'm driving along the motorway, which in Britain is like 3 lanes, you go 70 miles an hour. Just to explain, I don't know if you have these in America. You probably call them the highway or something. So I'm driving along at 70 miles an hour, and I look over at my map, and I can see that coming up is a bit of traffic, because my map shows me by the colour of the road, the traffic that's going to happen. So I'm like slowing down, getting ready for this traffic. You know, I slow down, I come to a complete stop, and I'm waiting behind a car in the middle of the road. So basically, either side of me cars can go. and their traffic's going like a little bit quicker, right? So I've got a few seconds to like chill as I'm like waiting for traffic to move. And I was looking in my back window at like what's just behind me because I was bored, right? And I could see this really nice Porsche. I don't mean like a Boxster. It was like, I don't know the name of every Porsche going out there, but it was a very nice Porsche. Really low to the ground. Looked like a supercar. That's the best way to describe it. And it was zooming towards me. And my gut was like, that car's not going to stop. And I had these like 3 seconds to really think about the fact that this car is not going to stop. I don't think it noticed that traffic was coming up. You know, it was just driving along, minding its own business. So I have my 3 seconds of looking out the back window. And I watched as the car jutted forward, it felt like. Because it all happened so quickly. And I turned to the right of me. And the car was right next to me. And I turned to the left of me. And another car was next to me. So what had happened is the Porsche was about to hit me from behind. And a car ended up hitting the Porsche and knocking it slightly right so that it went around my car. And then the other car went on the other side of my car. So basically what I'm trying to say is this random car that also got into a car accident saved my life. Like, I don't know, you know, what this person was doing. Clearly there was a little bit of confusion on the road. But yeah, here I am. I'm alive. So I ended up chilling for the next 2 days to just really kind of like, you know, get over that. It was kind of shaky. It did feel a little bit strange to think about it. And as I was like driving home, you know, I was like faced with my own mortality. And I was thinking, oh, there's a Starbucks over there. It looks good. But no, I was like thinking about it and I was like, God, I really am so happy with just how everything's going. And I guess that was nice in a way, you know? So the tale is that the person ended up being fine. They both drove away. Both of their cars were a little bit scuffed. Hopefully the Porsche guy pays out because it's kind of his fault, really. Oh man, what a time! What a time! Right, let me bust into here. We want to get a Crimson Heart, basically. We want to see if we can get it. There is a funny tale about this though. So I ended up drawing up a diagram. Whoa! Oh, we took off the jump height. Ah, alright, that makes a lot of sense. I was like, what is going on with that? So yeah, continuing on. I drew this little diagram for my family to try and explain the story a little bit. Because I thought they'd want to know. And I thought it was kind of interesting. So I ended up tweeting it out, this little diagram, and explaining the story a little bit. And the first response I got back was, hey James, just wanted to know if you've checked out the new Xbox. I'm like, wow. Thanks, mate. The new Xbox looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to buy it because I'm a bit of a PC player. But yeah, I guess it does look pretty good. Pretty interesting, boy. And then the second response was, how did the Porsche end up? I'm worried about the Porsche. I was like, Jesus, what's going on? Don't think the people on Twitter like me very much. It was quite funny. Right, this is not what I wanted to be doing. And I'm so worried. I'm probably just going to die through this. This is the worst bit. So I only actually have one more chance to get it. This is my last Orby boy. So fingers crossed, lads. Otherwise, we might not see it. What do we get? Oh my God. I trusted you. Did you cross your fingers? You probably didn't, right? You probably thought, oh, James don't really mean it. I did. Okay, I'm going to go get one from a different world, which I think is fair, you know, at the end of the day. I want to see it. So I'll make a new world. I'll go smash some Orby boys, and I'll be right back. Hey, get this right. I just remembered that you can open up these crimson crates, and that would save a lot of time, because I ended up clearing out that new world. I didn't find one. So here we go. Bam. Okay, we didn't get it. Try again. What did we get then? Did we get anything? No? You know what? I actually thought these were going to be a lot better than what they are right now. I know I should be saving them, but at the end of the day, I can always... Oh my God. Thank God. I've never been more interested in an item that very clearly looks like a peach than ever before. Thank you very much, Terraria. That was a nightmare. Oh my God, I got a platinum from that. Oh my God. Right, let me dump this in here. Let me quick stack that bad boy. Okay, I think it's time to finally make this enchantment. I'm very excited about this. I can't remember what it does because I looked it up the other day. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Hopefully, I spent a lot of time on that. All right, here we are. Let's make it the Crimson Enchantment. Now, I'm going to head back home because it's a little bit mad there. The blood of your enemy is your rebirth. Greatly increases life regen. Summons a pet face monster and a crimson heart. So this is becoming really difficult, genuinely, to decide what enchantments to use. Because I clearly want the Shield of Cthulhu. That's like, you need that for mobility, let's be honest. I really like the heart because it adds on 10% increased max life. And it adds those little things that take damage for you. So it's like, what do you replace it with? I almost feel like the Agitated Lens is probably way better than everything else. Because the Agitated Lens does, like, real damage. But then having this is pretty cool, right? So if I put that to visible. Ah, look, you can see the pet. Ah, that's cool. Can you pet the pet? Hell no, right? That's coming soon. Well, not gonna lie, lads. I am a little bit torn. I do genuinely feel like this is the combo. I feel like this is the setup. So I think I'm going to try Skeletron today, see how we do. And you know what? If I manage to beat it, I manage to beat it. If I don't, we'll call it a day. And I'm pretty happy with what we've done. We made some cool enchantments. I do want to show this off before anybody asks about it. I looked it up off camera. So these are crafting recipes because they have a hard mode upgrade. This one is with Chlorophyte. I didn't get to check out this one. Not yet, at least. Ooh, the Force of Nature. Ah, okay. So this one comes in just after Plantera then? Shroomite? Is that after Plantera? Cool. Alright. Pretty sick. So we'll look at those one day. Okay, let me get geared up. Let me wait for a new night. And I'll try Skeletron. Hopefully we do it. So I just remembered why you lot were like banging on about the pickaxe. And it's because I couldn't get any meteorite with the bombs. You know, it got nerfed in masochist mode. So I used my pickaxe and I managed to get all of it. Now, truth be told, I really shouldn't have all of it. But what happened is basically Vein Miner kicked in. And I completely forgot about Vein Miner. So I feel a little bit like I've cheated because I didn't have an obsidian skull. And of course, like, I wasn't able to blow it up. So hopefully you guys can forgive me. Ooh, got some new stuff. Actually, do you know what? We'll check out while we're here if there is... So let me look at this. Meteorite armor. And then we'll see. Yeah, oh, there's a meteorite enchantment. Where do you get that? Place above the clouds. I assume that... Is this from a... I don't know. Is this from the painter? Or is it from the dungeon? Isn't the meteorite staff hard mode? Yeah, it is. Alright, okay. Well, we don't have to worry about that now. Let's have a little look at the painter, actually. Let's see what he sells. I haven't checked him out in a long time. Daylight. Ah, okay. It was funny because there were so many new paintings that I found in the Jingle Jam stream that I didn't even know were in Terraria. It was really cool. And it's ironic because I've got this Terraria fact video about paintings from a couple of years ago. But there's so much stuff in Terraria, it's crazy. Alright, so it's nighttime. It really is bad conditions to do this fight, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because it's currently a desert storm, and it's also currently... it's also currently a blood moon, although the desert storm seems to have chilled out. So, I don't know how this is going to go, truly. I haven't played Terraria in a couple of days, so I'm like less prepared than usual anyway. And I remember that this fight was really hard. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was about this fight that was so difficult. I think it was... Oh, the hands kept coming back. That was it. And then you had these little, like, bone things that flailed out. So I got to be careful, basically. But this item seems pretty good already, like, pretty chill. Because you're able to, like, run into the hands using the effect, which is pretty good. So I do think if I talk over this fight, I will probably lose. That's the truth of it. But I feel like I have really missed you guys. I don't want to, like, cut any content out. So I'll carry on for a little bit more. Yeah, get away, get away. God, I'm so weak against these hands. I do need to think of a better weapon than the boomstick. I've become a little bit, this is not great to admit, but I've become a little bit reliant on the water bolt of all items. The water bolt is so powerful, and every time I play through the Switch edition, I seem to usually just find a water bolt straight away. So I've gotten used to using that kind of power for these vanilla-styled bosses. So, like, my knowledge of the really good weapons that you should be seeking out is kind of limited. So I need to do, like, a little bit of a brushing up on my knowledge. That's the problem, right? If you become reliant on things that are too powerful, it does kind of ruin your overall skill. It's like if you play, like, a really overpowered class in, like, Call of Duty, for example, and then you want to go back to, like, a pistol, you're screwed. You've got no chance. Does anybody play Call of Duty? I'm not playing it at the minute. Alright, I'm proper nattering on now. I'm actually, like, so impressed that I'm even still alive during this. This is pretty great. I feel like I'm doing a lot better damage. I feel like, to the people that spoke about the agitated lens, thank you very much. Because I think it's coming in big for these hands. Really, it's just the hands that are the problem. And it was like this before, where, like, I was not killing them fast enough. Come on, there we go. Hooray! Nice. This feels so much better. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the little demon scythes or if it's just everything in general, but everything's feeling good today. Really, I should be, like, going backwards and forwards on this boss like this so that the demon scythes actually hit, because otherwise it probably won't. I think as well the meteorite shots are probably helping because they're a little bit more powerful. Oh, nice. Alright, can I just keep it so the hands stop coming out? That'd be great. I think the hands should definitely be limited. I don't think you should have hands all the way through the fight like this. I think they should tone it down a little bit. Is that just me? Am I being mardy because it goes on too long? I don't know. Okay, I'll stop talking for a little bit. I'll focus on in, and we'll see what we can do. Ooh, ooh, still died. Oh, man. And I was feeling really good about that. I was like, all right, James, you're on a roll, boy. So I think I just need a little bit more practice. But I think for today, that's going to be it. Plenty of stuff that we can do tomorrow as well. I really feel like it's probably time to go back to the Queen Bee. Actually, do you know what? I've been away for a couple of days. You guys deserve a super long episode. I actually do have the summoning device for a Queen Bee because I remember I prepped it the other day. Let's go do that. I even prepped an arena and everything. Yeah, let's go have a little bit of fun. You know what? You really do deserve a longer episode. You've all been so good this month to me. Just so kind and supporting stuff, you know? So I appreciate it. Yeah, let's do a longer one. Come on, boy. Remember when we had that streak for a couple of days where they were all half an hour? That was actually so cool. I've never done that before in my life, and I just, like, managed to just keep knocking out these long videos. They just felt right. If a video feels right and it's longer, oh, it's undelish. It's bliss. Okay, so I feel like this fight warrants changing up the accessories a little bit. So I feel like we can miss out in this fight the extra jump height. I don't feel like we need it because the Queen Bee's not going to be doing, like, any mad dashes. So I think we get rid of that, and I think we probably replace it with the jungle enchantment. Now, the reason I think this one's going to be the best is because as you hit an enemy, it's going to release all of those spores, right? And I think those spores will be pretty good for the little bees that come about. But then again, on the flip side of that, I also feel like the demon scythes are probably going to do a really good job of that anyway. So I might actually go back on that. I might get rid of the jungle enchantment and swap it for crimson. Because crimson, as you can see, it clearly heals me a lot faster. And I feel like I'm going to need a lot of health in this fight. So let me buff up. Let me heal up. And then we'll jump into it. I've got my Abomination. I don't know if I actually have to spawn this in the biome or I can do it here. Oh, you can just do it here. Cool. Oh god, I've got hell enemies on me. Alright. Bit of a twist, but okay, I'll take it. Let me turn on the minimap just for this fight so that I know where it's coming from. So, in reality, I should have a better weapon than this right now. Like, using the boomstick is pretty good, but like I say earlier, there probably are better alternatives out there. I just need to learn them. But I will say this, the power difference seems to be much more improved than before when we were fighting on the surface. I do feel like the accessory that adds the little eyes, though, I feel like that's a must-have. Because it's so good at basically blocking out a lot of these little spore shots. Because it's the spore and the poison that killed me last time, basically. Like, the poison was just too much. So we're already onto the royal subject, so that's pretty strong because, if I remember rightly, we didn't actually get the royal subject until, like, after a good couple of minutes last time. So I've got to try and focus on both of these little queen bees now. It's going to be a bit annoying, but if they're charging me, they should be walking into my my demon scythes, maybe. Oh, God. Got tiny queen bee. It's kind of cute. If it wasn't trying to kill me, I'd be like, alright, you're kind of cute. A bit Baby Yoda-y, you know what I mean? It's like the smaller version of something old and decrepit. It's kind of like queen bee. Bit of an insult, but alright. So if we can actually do this fight, we'll get ourselves a summoner set, and then we can use the summoner set for a new thing. But, looking at my health, I'm actually losing faster. Yeah, I'm losing faster than I can regen. So there are definitely improvements that we can make. So I'm going to try and work on those for tomorrow. But yeah, I think for today, guys, that is going to be it. Pretty cool episode. I had a lot of fun. Hope you've all been well. I have missed you while I've been away. And I should be back to a really regular schedule tomorrow. So make sure you come back tomorrow. There should be an episode. Right, see you in the next one, guys. Peace.